Okay, just going to talk a little bit about deadlifting technique and just a sort of simple way to break it down and just try to think about the deadlifting technique. I like to teach the deadlift from the top down. So in this position, the feet are underneath the hips, and I'm just going to hold the bar just so the thumbs are just touching the side. The knuckles are down towards the floor in this position, and all I'm going to think about is the knees are off lock, and then I'm going to slide the bar down the thighs and take it just below the knees in this position. Now this movement is coming from the hips, so soft knees, and then I'm pushing the hips back and pushing the knees back, bar below the knees, okay? You can see the shins are pretty much perpendicular to the floor. I'm not allowing the knees to come forward and that shin to have that forward angle. I want to keep it back, and I want to feel that there's tension in the hamstrings in that position, okay? So another way to think about it is to see this is the spine, the stick. Knees are soft, and I'm just hinging at the hips in this position, okay, with the spine. And then when I stand back up, I'm standing back up, I'm squeezing my butt in the top position, okay? So just try to think about the hinge from the hip, and try to think about getting this position set as you go, okay? Once the bar is past the knees, now I'm going to start to bend the knees. The shoulders are in front of the bar, and I bend the knees and take the bar to mid-shin, which is where it would be if the weight plates are on. Then I'm going to push the floor away, the bar above the knees, and then I'm going to open the hip and come back to the starting position. So from the side, soft knees, sending the hip back, taking the bar below the knee, and then from this position, bending the knee, but keeping the shoulders over the bar. I don't want to sit the shoulders back, because again, now the shins have got an angle. I want to keep the knees back in this position, shoulders over the bar, trying to keep the shins pretty perpendicular to the floor and feel the tension in the hamstrings, okay? And then I push the floor away, and when the bar gets above the knee, I open the hip and I stand tall again. So again, thinking about the spine position, from the top, soft knees, hinging until the bar is below the knees. Now look at the relationship between the shoulders and the hips, and then coming down into this position. Pushing the floor away, and then opening the hips to stand tall again. So we're doing this, we're hinging at the hips, and then I'm going to maintain that angle as I sit down, and maintain the angle as I come back up, and then I'm going to open the hips again as we stand back up. So just try to think about those cues as much as we can. Try to think about sitting back on the hamstrings and feeling the tension, taking the shoulders over the bar, and then keeping them over the bar as you take it down to mid-shin. Back up again, and open the hips, and then come back through, okay? Take your time with it. See it as 3 movements. 1, the knees off lock. 2, hip hinge, bar below the knee. 3, bending the knee. We reverse that. Pushing the floor away, bar above the knee, opening the hip, blocking out the knees in the top position, okay? Move slowly, don't chase the weight, make sure you feel the hamstrings and glutes working. You shouldn't be feeling this in the lower back for me, okay?